Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. The Miami Hurricanes takes on the Florida Gators, a rematch from their classic in 2019 when Florida won 24-20 in a very close game. This pollen is bothering me. My throat's a little itchy. This game was also not very difficult to predict. Look, I don't think Coach Cristobal is an elite coach or anything like that. He's an elite recruiter. But he has costed not just Miami some winnable games, but he has done it at Oregon. All right? He has not really been elite as a head football coach. But I do believe he's better than Billy Napier as a head coach. I also believe, and I know that he recruits a heck of a lot better than Napier does. You know? Nothing against Napier, but and y'all know I like Florida State, but you notice I'm not wearing the jerseys. I'm wearing a Madison County shirt. Speaking of, shout out to Madison County. I'll see you soon. But Florida, in my opinion, does not have the talent, offense or defensively. Miami does. They had a great defense this past year. Their offense was great at running the football. They were able to run the football very well against everybody, including Florida State, who was clearly a really good football team this past year. Went undefeated and then lost to Georgia like they did in the Orange Bowl, but didn't have all their players. But that's besides the point. I believe Miami will be the better football team. I believe Miami, will be hungrier than Florida is and in a better position to succeed than Florida will. I believe they got the better quarterback. No, look, Graham Mertz, shout out to Graham Mertz, by the way. He's a really good quarterback. He was not the problem this past year. He did get hurt, but he wasn't the issue. He played really good. I think he led the SEC in pass completions or touchdown passes or whatever it was. He led the SEC in something. He played really good compared to what I thought he was going to be. Ended up being one of the better quarterbacks in the country, a really good player. I hate seeing him get hurt against Mizzou. But look, Florida, here's the thing. I know they got good players, but Napier has hurt Florida in a lot of games. He hurt them against Georgia. He hurt them against Utah, clearly. Losing to teams like Utah and Kentucky, not bad football teams, good football teams. They're winning teams, but teams Florida should be able to beat. Losing like you did to Georgia, I don't think Georgia was miles better than Florida was. I believe Florida should have played a lot closer to what they did. But going for on fourth down, your own side of the field, some of the boneheaded discipline problems that Florida had against Florida State, whom they should and could have beat, by the way, if I'm being honest here. I believe that I don't think that's going to change. That's a coaching problem. Napier has shown me too much that can cost him even winnable games. Cristobal has not shown me that he can beat elite teams, but he's shown me he can win games he's supposed to win and that he can build a program. With that being said, give me Miami to win this game. I believe they're better at quarterback. I believe Cam Ward is a better player than Graham Mertz is, and Graham Mertz is a great player. He showed that this past year. I believe Miami has the better running backs, given that Trevor is gone. He's off to Georgia. I believe they're better at the lines of scrimmage than Florida is. And I believe Miami's defense is much better than Florida's defense. The only reason, here's the thing. You look at Florida State and say, well, they didn't do that good against Florida's defense. You forget, Miami faced Jordan Travis. Florida did not. If Jordan Travis had played against that Florida defense, they would have blew out Florida. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. They couldn't blow out Miami because Miami's defense was not a joke this past year. It was really, really good. So with that being said, give me Miami. I think they're the better team. I think they're better coach. And I believe they have just the better. I just believe they'll be a lot better this year. Give me Miami. And to be honest, I don't think this will be a touchdown game. I believe it'll be somewhere between 14 and 10 points. Miami should win this game 34-17. I don't think Florida's going to be able to put together the offense. Because, again, I know they bring back some players, but Napier has not shown me anything that tells me he's going to be a winning football coach. He's had back-to-back losing seasons. And this past year, look, you lost to Utah, who was very beatable. There's no excuse that it was at Utah. They should have won that game. Boneheaded coaching decisions, some real dumb penalties that come from coaching, not the players. I'm not insulting the players here. The players are not the problem. Florida was good enough to win 7 or 8 games this past year. And now that you've given them that schedule with the same coach and you lost Trevor Etienne, and I don't think you're going to get much better. Miami 34, there may be 20 at best. So give me the Canes by at least 2 touchdowns. I believe they pull away. The only reason I don't think this is a blowout is because, again, Cristobal has not shown me that he's an elite coach. He has not shown me, even at Oregon, that he can beat the best teams. And he's lost games that he shouldn't have lost. So that, in my opinion, is the only reason what makes this an entertaining game. So give me Miami. I think they're the better team. Sorry, Florida.